certainly complicating things as a storm like Eta comes ashore in our area. I guess we should probably start with an update on that tornado warning or watch, Jim.
Yeah, the tornado warning has been canceled, so good news there, but we still do have a tornado watch out for much of the viewing area, basically from Hillsborough County, Pinellas, and down to the south. That goes until 5 o'clock this afternoon. So I'm quite certain, or it's certainly the possibility that we're going to see some more activity as we go through the afternoon, really into tomorrow as well. There is the tornado watch. It shows you the areas that are affected by that until 5 p.m. this evening. They quite likely could be pushed further on to the north once we get to that point. Sky Tower radar just continues to show some of these strong bands working their way onshore. So down in the Sarasota, Manatee, you've had that strong band working its way through. For a time, we had that tornado warning, which was issued just before noontime, and that band just quickly worked its way on to the north. The rotation in that did weaken pretty quickly, but that's going to be what we see as we go through the rest of today into tonight, where we get some of these bands that work their way through, and you get those quick spin-up tornadoes, and they move very, very fast. This one moving at about 50 miles an hour. That was a radar-indicated tornado, so no confirmation that of any touchdown. But right now, rain is coming to an end across parts of Sarasota, but it continues some heavy rain moving into central and northern Manatee County. More rain lined up through all of Pinellas County, most of Hillsborough County, southern Pinellas County. You watch, you've got some really strong storms heading in your direction just now, working their way over the Sunshine Skyway Bridge. That's why they've closed the Sunshine Skyway Bridge. The strong winds and those heavy rain bands that come through there, which basically just completely take all the visibility and just blind any attempt to cross over that bridge. Now, to our north, lighter amounts of rain from Inverness to Brooksville down towards Newport Richey. You're seeing some moderate rain, and there's more of it lined up into the Gulf of Mexico and down to our south as the center of this continues, at this point almost paralleling the coastline. So right now, Hurricane Eta, it is now a hurricane, winds of 75 miles an hour. It's moving to the north-northeast at 10 miles an hour. You see the pressure holding at 983 millibars. Now, yesterday, you may have noticed that we had that big flare-up of convection near the center. We saw that through the late night hours. But through this morning, we've really seen it not looking quite as impressive on satellite imagery. And that's because the wind shear is starting to pick up, and it's starting to move over some cooler water. So at this point, it does look like it is probably leveled off in intensity and may start to weaken a little bit as we go towards tonight. But still, doesn't matter if this is a strong tropical storm or a minimal hurricane. The effects on us are pretty much the same. We are going to see, as we go through tonight, the winds picking up, those rain bands, that storm surge, and then it looks like it makes landfall by early tomorrow morning just to our north, and then it will quickly work its way onto the north and the east. So we do have some watches and warnings out. We have a tropical storm warning. That goes from the Swanee River all the way down the coastline. So basically all of our coastal areas through our viewing area is under a tropical storm warning. We also have a hurricane watch that goes from Anna Maria and to the north up to Yankeetown. Rainfall amounts 2 to 4 inches of rain is what most areas can expect, but we could see some isolated pockets of 6 to 6+ inches of rain as some of these rain bands work their way over the same area. Storm surge is also going to be another issue along the coastline, 3 to 5 feet of storm surge. So if you're one of these places that tends to flood pretty easily, you're going to be one of these areas that will likely see some flooding. On top of all the rain, it doesn't allow the rainfall to drain off. So you get those flooding issues just because the drainage doesn't work as well. So we'll look at these current wind gusts. You're seeing down towards Venice, down towards Sarasota. You're seeing these winds gusting right now into the tropical storm force range. They've seen that throughout the morning hours. And as we go through tonight into tomorrow, these are forecasted wind gusts where we're going to see some of these winds gusting well into tropical storm force, and in some cases could approach hurricane force with those wind gusts as we head through tonight and into tomorrow. So Futurecast showing the storm working its way basically right near the coastline by, I think, say 7, 8, 9 o'clock tonight. That will probably tend to be some of the worst as some of the strongest rain bands work their way over us, and then improving conditions as we go through the day tomorrow. So the forecast does call for those tropical downpours for the rest of the day. Very windy conditions, daytime high at 85 degrees. Then for tonight, overnight low of 76. 7-day forecast shows improving conditions, but at least for the next day and a half, we're going to be dealing with some very windy weather and these squalls working their way onshore. Linda?